Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting through some of the noise in modern conferencing equipment. We're going to focus on a single device that honestly claims to solve a whole lot of AV headaches. It's the Aurora Multimedia ASP-42. That's the 4K 60 4x2 HDMI 2.0 matrix with USB 3.1 capture. So our mission here is to look past the spec sheet and really understand why this one little box could fundamentally change how you build out a Zoom, a WebEx, or a Teams room. We're talking about real consolidation. Okay, so let's just unpack this. What even is a 4x2 matrix switcher in this context? And, why are its core video specs so important to get right?
Well, a 4x2 matrix is it's basically a high-speed traffic hop. It lets you take 4 separate HDMI inputs.
Like laptops, a room PC, that kind of thing.
It's exactly. Say 2 laptops, a dedicated room PC, and maybe your document camera. And you can route any of those 4 to the 2 available outputs, maybe 2 big displays at the front of the room. And if we get right down to it, the performance is just extremely robust. It's 4K 60, 18 GBPs uncompressed, fully compliant with HDMI 2.0B and HDCP 2.2. But here's the thing that really matters for you. It supports 4.4.4 color sampling.
Okay, and why is that so key?
It's absolutely crucial. It means every single pixel gets its own unique color data. So if you're presenting detailed graphics or tiny text on a spreadsheet or maybe some CAD drawings.
Not just watching a movie.
Precisely. You're not losing any quality, you're not sacrificing any detail, even in, the most demanding situations.
So that powerful video engine, that's one half of the story. The other half is the connectivity. And this is where, for me, it gets really interesting, a bit disruptive, frankly. The USB 3.1 capture feature. The spec says the dedicated USB output mirrors the second HDMI output. So if you break that down, how does that actually solve the big integration problems we always see when you try to feed, say, a high-res laptop into a Zoom call? I mean, does mirroring the output create any latency, or does it, step down the quality of that 4K signal?
That's a great question. And it's really the core engineering achievement here. It totally avoids latency because it's delivering one of those matrixed inputs directly as a video source to the PC.
So the computer just sees it.
The computer just sees it as a high-speed USB camera. Simple as that. You completely eliminate the need for an external capture card, which is huge. And crucially, you kill all those scaling headaches. You can switch any of your 4 sources seamlessly, and it just instantly appears in your conference. The reliability that adds is just immense.
And since we're on the topic of simplifying things, that compact size and the power options, that has to be a big deal for integrators.
Oh, absolutely.
It only uses 4 watts, and you can power it with a standard DC supply or directly over Ethernet, PoE.
The physical footprint is tiny, right? Barely 7 inches wide. You could stick it anywhere.
And that LAN port is doing more than just power. It's the control center. The unit has all the sophisticated stuff, RS-232, IR, CEC+, that 1G PoE LAN port gives you IP control through its internal web pages. And we have to talk about the price. The MSRP is $1,298.
Right.
For a device that's a 4x2 matrix, a high-end capture card, and has professional audio networking. I mean, you're usually talking about 3 separate boxes that could easily top $3,000.
So it changes the whole budget for a room build.
It fundamentally changes the bill of materials, and it's TAA compliant, which means it qualifies for government and federal projects, which is a huge market.
Okay, let's touch on those professional audio options because that often feels like an afterthought on devices like this. Exactly, but not here. In addition to the standard analog stereo ins and outs, the ASP-42 has an optional Dante configuration.
Or 2 or 8 channels.
Right. And for you, the listener, Dante is the industry standard for pro audio networking. It lets you run studio quality, super low latency audio over a standard Ethernet cable.
So what does that really mean in practice? How does it change the game?
It means you can route your pristine video right alongside dedicated networked audio from, say, ceiling mics or an external processor, all without these complex, expensive analog wire runs. It's a complete system integration in one box.
And that really brings us to our key takeaway for you. The ASP-42 is engineered for effortless consolidation. It's blending high-end 4K video switching with direct computer capture and pro audio networking. It's designed to be the single hub for a modern collaboration room.
But, if we look at the bigger picture for a second, the specifications list an expansion port, and that port includes the Dante option we just mentioned, but it also lists something called REX.
REX, which is an IP control platform.
It's an advanced IP control platform. So the question to think about is, what might this mean for the future of custom fully integrated control pages? For drag-and-drop system programming in AV, that promise of powerful custom control built right into the matrix itself, that's definitely something for you to mull over.